you connect with your wholeness, you get out of the way of God. And you are the way of God. That is the promise contained within our workshop this coming week, Friday and Saturday. It is also the subject of our talk today. The wholeness that we are. A wizened Cherokee grandfather was instructing his grandson on the essential ways of life. And he said to the young man, I have two wolves barking inside of me. The first wolf is filled with anger, fear, resentment, and revenge. The second wolf is filled with love and light, compassion and forgiveness. The young man thought for a moment, and he asked his grandfather, which wolf will win? And the grandfather replied without hesitation, whichever one I feed. You and I instantly hear and understand the wisdom of this grandfather's words. We get this. This is one of our primary metaphysical teachings. It's a teaching that shows up in the mystical tradition of every culture and faith tradition. And it's this, that whatever we pay attention to, whatever we feed, is what grows within us. Whichever wolf we feed grows within us. I know this. I know this. It's more than a belief because it's my experience of every minute, of every hour, of every day. And you know it as well as I do because it's your experience whenever you pay attention. It's your experience in every minute of every hour of every day. We've created a vocabulary to describe this truth. These two wolves. We've created a label for that part of us that diminishes us, that doesn't support us, that makes us feel yucky. Say it with me. Yucky. And we call it what?
Ego.
Ego. We call it that ego. And so we have that great line that I can't get out of my head now from Greg's amazing song, Let me be free, let me be free, let go my ego, so I can be free. Free just to be. Let go my ego. You see, here's what I believe, that if I could just get the ego out of my body and my head, that nasty little ego that keeps clinging to me, if I could just shake it off, then I'd be okay. Then I'd be all right. Then I'd be complete. Then I would be who I am. I'd be cool. I'd be cool, baby. I would be myself. My capital S self. My Superman, Superwoman self. Because that's who I am. If I could just get rid of the ego and my shadow. Have you seen my shadow? I hope not. I try to keep it very well hidden. You see, my shadow, it's not very pretty. It's not very nice. It's not like this. Like the me I want you to see. Several weeks ago, I shared Dr. Wayne Dyer's description of the ego. He says it's made up of, he understands it in 6 parts, and it's a good time to share this again. These are the 6 primary ingredients of the ego. I am what I have. My possessions define me. I am what I do. My achievements define me. I am what others think of me. My reputation defines me. I am separate from everyone. My body defines me as alone. I am separate from all that is missing in my life. My life is disconnected from my desires. Number 6, I am separate from God. My life depends on God's assessment of my worthiness. The ego. What Wayne Dyer did to illuminate the ego, the spiritual author Debbie Ford has done for the shadow. Here's how I see the shadow. I see the shadow as the progeny of the child of the ego. That it grows out of the ego. And the shadow consists of dark little affirmations, shadow stories that we carry with us, that we may carry with us. We don't have to carry them. We may carry these with us. And they may repeat in our heads over and over and over and over again. And you and I know, for some people, in this incarnation, those stories can last a lifetime, over and over. So, Debbie Ford, as I said, illustrated the shadow. And I want to start down here. And I want you to pass this down for the front row and the second row as far as it goes. Take one, take the microphone. And what I have done, you got to pass this on.
Oh.
I know you're prosperous.
You wanted it all.
You can't keep them all today. So what she has done is she has described the attributes of the shadow. And I've taken these, I've taken what she's given us, and I've enhanced them a bit as well. Put a little more meat on their bones. So if you receive one of these, what I want you to do is read it silently first, kind of get its vibe, and then when the microphone comes to you, share it appropriately. Now what I want to make sure everybody has one. If you have one, stand up. Stand up, turn around, face someone else. Mind the gap. And even as it's going around, let's start off.
Nobody likes me. Do you like me? You couldn't like me. You are somebody. Nobody likes me.
I'm damaged. You know, damaged goods.
I can't trust anyone. Trust me on that.
I am rotten. Yes, to the core.
I'm flawed. I'm flawed. But if you turn slightly sideways and look at me using your peripheral vision, I don't matter. Really, I don't.
I'm unlovable. So, no, you can't buy me love. Can't buy me love. Can't buy me love. Can't buy me love. No.
Tough act to follow. I'm incomplete, but only completely.
I am not okay, okay?
I am inappropriate. Does anyone here like inappropriate?
I'm incompetent, but you know, I do that very, very well.
I'm a doormat. Tread on me. I'm inadequate, but just barely.
I'm insignificant. Now, is that really significant?
I'm unimportant, but that's not important.
I don't belong. Oops, so what am I doing here?
I'm not enough. I'm not nearly enough.
I'm not special, not even on my birthday.
I'm undeserving, but I deserve it.
I'm a nobody. Is anybody there?
I'm useless, but only for any purpose.
Thank you. Now, if any of those started like a buzz of recognition in your head, don't jump up and go, me, because your shadow wouldn't like it. So I have a question for you. Where did the ego come from? Where did the ego come from? And my answer is from God. The ego is a gift from God. And I absolutely understand it if you choose not to agree with that belief. But I have a little more to share